So actually, I don't think it's going to go that way. Actually.
Okay.
I think we're talking about real parts.
Because that would be pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, but that cement example you talked about, there used to be people that did that,
right.
And it's not that sophisticated to now have a robot do that.
Right.
What I'm talking about is really complicated parts that would be used in advanced consumer electronics, advanced automation, really huge opportunities in satellites and drones out of real materials that have the properties to be lightweight, high-strength materials that can impart characteristics to real important goods. And so our plan is to convert 3D printing from the hype and the typical prototyping into starting with real materials into real parts and grow this new category of 3D manufacturing.
How do you guys make money? Or can a consumer buy one of these? Eventually, will we all have these in our homes? Is that the ultimate vision? Or is this going to be, there'll be factories of these things in someplace in the middle of America building parts at Amazon on demand that'll be flown to us by drones?
It's the latter by far. So we are right now, so we just did a release of our product. So we have an amazing product, we call it M1. It's in 4 service bureaus we announced this past week. We had the partnership with BMW and Ford and a few other places. We're rolling that product out now. This is available as a subscription agreement. So it's kind of like a SaaS model for hardware. We also have set up a sort of an app store for resins. One of the key things right now is that 3D printing is really built off a lot of 2D printing ideas, and people have been keeping the price of the resin, I think, artificially high. There needs to be truth in pricing on the resins, and part of that is to create a dynamic marketplace. And so having sort of a developer community for resins, an app store for resins is the direction we're going. And so we have the subscription model on the machines. They're being placed mostly at service bureaus so the masses have access to them, but also at large industrials. And then we sell resins. And then in the medical space, we have additional partnerships that will allow us to really work closely with those companies and participate in their business directly.
Hey everybody, let me take a moment to tell you about GoToMeeting, which I use all week long. Yes, I'm meeting all the new potential incubator companies and looking at their products, and I do it. I've taken my meeting game to the next level with GoToMeeting. It is so easy to use. I recommend it wholeheartedly. I've used it for years. It's so easy to collaborate with clients and colleagues from anywhere. And so, be a meeting MVP no matter where you are. You can use your phone, you can use your tablet, you can use your desktop. It's so easy to get these meetings going because you can just do it with one click. I have it in a Chrome toolbar in my Google Calendar. I put something in my Google Calendar or somebody else puts it in mine. One click, I add a GoToMeeting, and then everybody just clicks on the link, and magically everybody's in there, perfect voice over IP, or they can dial in. It works so well. And one of the little features that I love to use is I will have my executive assistant on the phone with me taking notes. You can also record the call, and we of course do that sometimes if we want to take notes. And there's a little chat room in there, so I can chat with people and take notes, and I give startups my notes, my candid notes on what I think of their companies. So all these great little features. And one thing I love is I always have 1 or 2 people who are calling in, they're on the road, they've got noise, they don't know how to mute their phone, they forgot their headset. You, if you're in control of the meeting, can mute the participants. So you ever be on one of those phone calls and somebody's like in a wind tunnel, and you're like, who's doing that? Well, you can just go mute, boom, if you're the conference organizer. It works so beautifully. Those are my little tips for you. Screen sharing and passing it off to other presenters, another wonderful thing. I'll have a meeting with 2 or 3 people, and we'll pass the presentation wand from one to the next. It just works. It's so easy for you to step up your meeting game. So I want you to do this right now. It's time for you to put out your best performance. Go ahead and be the meeting MVP of your next meeting. Just start your 30-day trial at gotomeeting.com. Click the Try It Free button. That's, once again, go to gotomeeting.com and click the Try It Free button. You are going to love it. I use it all the time. It gets my highest rating. I love GoToMeeting. Okay, let's get back to this episode.